Here's a few tips on pruning your raspberries. It's important to determine whether or not you have summer-bearing raspberries or ever-bearing raspberries. Summer-bearing raspberries produce just one heavy crop in the summer, and ever-bearers produce one crop in the summer and then a heavy crop in the fall. I prefer to grow ever-bearing raspberries because I like to have 2 harvests. There's basically 3 stages of growth in an ever-bearing raspberry patch. We have our spent canes, which are gray and woody, and there's no juice left in the stalk. Those are good to just go through and get those out first. These have made berries twice, and they need to get cut all the way to the ground. Then we have our canes that have made fruit last fall, but they're going to make another batch of fruit. And so this is going to get cut off right here. And the flowers are going to form right here. And this is going to be our summer fruit. This needs to just get cut off where the berries were last year. The next is the new growth. And these are going to make stalks this summer. And then they're going to make berries in the fall. And come next spring, they're going to look like this because they will have had one crop of berries on the top. So I go through and I cut off all the spent berries and all of the dead canes. And then I come in and I do some thinning. I'm coming through and I'm cutting all of the dead canes out. And I'm cutting back all of the canes that have dried berries on the top. That's easy. Then I'm going through and I'm selecting for the most vigorous, tallest, thickest vines. And I'm taking out the little spindly ones. Berries respond really well to airflow. And I usually don't leave any berries that are much further apart than this. Some people only do 1 cane per plant, but it's a little hard to determine that once it's a patch. As with any kind of pruning, you're always selecting out to keep the most vigorous, largest branches and taking out all of the spindly, weak branches. So here I'm taking out all these little spindly ones. And then these 2 are pretty darn close together, but because my patch is young, I'm going to leave both of those. This is a great project to chip away at when the weather is nice. You can pick it up and come back to it at any time. The last step is fertilizing and mulching, and I like to do this when the winter has passed a little bit, but before the shoots start to push. That way the fertilizer doesn't get washed away.